Welcome to our class in our Media and Information Literacy. Okay, so today, check muna natin yung attendance. If lahat ba is nakapasok mo sa ating Zoom. Okay, so there's some student na hindi present. So, kahapon, nag-message na yung isa that wala daw silang internet connection. Okay, I think ano yung reason bakit wala silang internet, either napagulan na ba. So, I'll message kung sino yung hindi present ngayon in order for them to be updated hanggang tayo na magkakaroon na sila ng internet connection. Okay? So, I hope lahat naman is nag-wear ng ating mga tinatawag na protocol natin sa EDF. If you are on crowded area, just like you're in the internet cafe, so dapat you wear a face mask or face shield in order for you to protect. So, mas maigi pa rin yung safe talaga. Okay? So, let's go back na yung classroom standard natin. So, you must sit properly. So, dapat relax lang. Then, wear a face mask and a face shield necessary. And then, mayroon naman yung raise hand button sa ating Zoom app. If you have some question regarding our topic, raise hand in order for me to cater what is the question. And then, you must listen attentively if someone is talking, me or some of your classmates. And use your gadget in a proper way, like focusing on the classroom discussion. Okay? Okay? So our topic this morning is all about yung media na information literacy, specifically yung mga legal ethical and societal issues in media information. Okay, so this will be the part 1. It's all about intellectual property and fair use and creative commons. Okay, so thanks to Sir Arnel Ping for sharing this brilliant PowerPoint presentation. Okay, so ito yung mga competencies natin. So at the end of our topic this morning, you must know how to define yung intellectual property, identify and explain different types of intellectual property, explain natin yung copyright, fair use, etc. And discuss current issues in our government sector regarding this topic about intellectual property. Then, you must put into practice the understanding of the IP or intellectual property, copyright, and fair use guidelines. Then, explain action to promote intellectual use of media and information. Okay, so before we start excuse me, yung lesson natin, tingnan muna natin yung isang motivational video regarding in our topic. So yung title, mahigit na 100 million na halaga ng pirated DVD na kumpiska on Quiapo, Maynila. Okay.
DVD ang nakumpiska ng mga otoridad sa Quiapo, Maynila. Ang halaga nito nasa mahigit 100 milyong piso. Narito ang report ni John Consulta.
Kasama ang mga armadong tauhan ng NCRPO, agad pinasok ng mga tauhan ng Optical Media Board o OMB ang bahaging ito ng Quiapo, Maynila.
Dito! Porters! Porters! Peter! Dito! Dito tayo, Peter! Pasok!
Nang mapostehan na ang tabi-tabing mga tindahan, paspasang kinumpiska ang napakaraming mga piniratang DVD. Sa loob ng tindahang ito, bumungad ang hilerang replicating machine na ginagamit sa kanilang operasyon. Sa gitna ng raid, sinubukan ng babaeng ito na nagpakilalang abogado na ipatigil ang raid pero di siya umubra.
Hindi ba pwedeng mag-usap na tayo?
Ano po pag-usap? Ayun yung camera.
Opo, alam ko po.
Nakikinig din po sila. Kung kayo po ay nangungunsinte ng pagtitinda ng mga pirated materials, okay, po pwede ho kayong makasuhan.
Ngayon, nahuhuli na yung mga DVD nila, paano pa po sila makakahanap buhay? Paano na po sila magre-rent ng bahay? Paano na po ang hanap buhay nila? Paano mapapaaral ang mga anak nila?
Isa sa mga pelikulang pinirata at ibinebenta dito sa Quiapo, Maynila ay ang pelikula ng Aldab na Imagine You and Me. Nangako ang pamunuan ng Optical Media Board na sa mga darating na araw, kanila mas paitingin ang kampanya kontra sa pamimirata.
I hope they would also understand na trabaho lang po itong aming ipinatutupad. Sana po maintindihan nila na mali po at patuloy pong magiging mali ang kanila pong ginagawang pamimirata.
Sa huli, mahigit 800 sako ang nagamit ng OMB para hakutin ang mga pirated DVDs na isinakay sa 2 truck. Di raw bababa sa 112 million pesos ang halaga ng nakumpiskang kontrabando. Matapos maproseso, sama-samang wawasakin ang nakumpiskang DVD bago matapos ang buwan na ito. Para sa unang balita, John Consulta reporting.
Okay na, so discuss natin in details na yung mga unlocking difficulties natin. Okay? So, why is digital piracy is a crime? No? Bakit siya crime? Okay? So, we can answer that one, no? As we go on, no, in our topic. But first, no, do you have any idea, no? Bakit siya crime? Okay, so that's a good idea, no? So you base it on the video. Okay, so kinuha ng mga otoridad na yung mga pirated movies because it is illegal. So based on that video, you can answer, no, that one. Why is it piracy is a crime? No? So let's discuss it further. So what is an intellectual property, no, or IP? Okay, so it refers to the creation of the mind, okay, such as invention, literary and artistic works, design, and symbols, name, and image used in commerce. So when we say commerce, let's talk about business, okay? So creation of the mind. So if you have some idea, no, na sa'yo talaga galing originally, so you have that intellectual property. No, kasi ikaw mismo. Okay? No? So one good example of that is pag-draw ng bird. No? So iba't iba yung creativity natin on how we come up in drawing that certain object. Just like a bird. There are some stick lang yung gamit nila yung pag-drawing that bird. There are some naman is nasa detail talaga. So if you have your own idea, no, that comes up in your mind, that is your own intellectual property. Okay? Ano pa? Intellectual property is protected in law. No, so that is based on the Republic Act 8293. No, so protect the product of your mind. So yan yung Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines. Okay? So ano yung mga different types of intellectual properties? Ang dami, di ba? So based on the example, no? So mayroong isang car dyan. Okay? So hood ornament. So yung hood ng isang kotse. Okay? So it has its own trademark, design, patent, and or the copyright. No? So next, no, yung logo. So kadalasan ng mga sasakyan ngayon, the logo, it comes on the front of the hood, no? Toyota man yan, Nissan, Ford, etc. Okay? So that is a trademark. Next is we have the engine, transmission, internal, and components. No? So utility patent design, no? Secret. Next is the body design. Then method on how it is being manufactured. So meron pa rin utility patent dyan. Then uniquely styled seat na design. Okay? So in short, lahat ng disenyo, no, of a certain example, sasakyan, lahat yan, no, is being registered, no, yung sa patent. no, in order for it na hindi makasuhan in a piracy. Okay? So, meron yung mga patent in order for it to be market, no, para mabenta, no? Yun siya. So, ano yung mga different types of intellectual property? So, we have 5. Okay? So, ito yung mga unlocking difficulties natin, no, kanina, di ba? So, we have copyright, patent, trademarks, industrial design, and geographical origin. No? Discuss natin yan. So, types of intellectual property. So, first one, copyright. Okay? So, common naman yung symbol ng copyright, no? Letter C. Okay? So, a legal term used to describe the right that creators have over their literary and artistic work. Artistic work. Okay? So, books, music, paintings, sculpture, and films, to computer programs, databases, advertisement, maps, and technical drawing, no? So, take note, no? Literary and artistic work, no? So, that is the right of the creator. Yan yung tinatawag na copyright, no? Mapa-music industry man yan, no? Books, no, painting, sculpture, films, computer programs, no, lahat, no, it has its own copyright. Okay? So, ito yung mga sample, no. So, merong C dyan, di ba? Okay? So, example, yung kanta ng All of Me, no, by John Legend. So, mayroon yung copyright, no. Okay? So, in short, kapag ginamit mo yung isang kanta, no, as a background dun sa video na ginawa mo, then you posted it online, to be specific dun sa Facebook, you post that one with the background yung All of Me ni John Legend, na mag-warning yung Facebook, no, na mayroong copyright issue in using the song. Okay? So it means need mo pa mag-ask, no, na consultation on the rightful owner of that song. Okay? That's why yung mga video na kapag ginamitan mo ng ganyang background, no, na merong copyright, mawawala yung background music. Yan yung reason. Okay? So, safe kapag gagamit ka ng mga video, especially download mo lang, make sure na wala siyang copyright, that you can use that background music as free. Okay? Next one, no? So this video contains content from fact source, block it on copyright grounds, diba? So yung iba is nagda-download ng mga pirated movies, ina-upload nila sa YouTube, no? So it can play sometime, at like mga hours, no? Then after that, it's being blocked due to copyright issues. Okay? Okay, so further support, no? May discussion natin about copyright, no? So let's watch this video.
Anything which is an output of their minds and expressed afterwards, that is intellectual property. How do you protect it? If you're an artist, generally you contract out. So that means that you sell your intellectual property to a firm, to a corporation, and then they pay you money for it, and then after that they can do whatever they want with it. However, as an artist, you have more than just that. You have these things called moral rights. You have the right of attribution. If what you're doing is something which is entirely yours, the story is yours, the characters are yours, then you have a right of attribution. If a person were to hire you for creative work, and that work is part of your duties, then this is not your intellectual property at all. This is actually the intellectual property of somebody else, and you're just being there to help out. If you're just making sketches, or if you're just coloring, or if you're just making illustrations based on something which a person already conceptualized, then that is not protected at all. That property you're making just belongs to another person. Now, if it was your creation, like if it wasn't X-Men, if it was Omen, then you sell that to a company. That project is your intellectual property, and so you have a right to have your name there. If, however, you are making a story, like for example, you have X-Men, but you're creating a story for the X-Men, that's yours. It's important because that's how you're known. People have to know who you are. People have to know who created this work. That is the main reason why people would go to you. They find something so beautiful or so expressive to them that they connect with it. They will get you again. They're going to ask, who made this? And I want to get the works of this person. You have a right to have your name attached all the time. In fact, you have to have it attached as much as possible. Why? Because that will help the creative industry. There, people will realize that, hey, you don't have to go to a big corporation. You can go to this person, and he will give you value for money. That is the kind of thrust, again, which the Creative Content Development Program would like to encourage, would like to teach, would like to impart to people. Most people don't understand the concept of registration in the National Library. Definitely, if you create something, even if it's not registered, it's yours. It's intellectual property. It's protected by the Intellectual Property Code of the Philippines. Why is there a registration in the National Library? The registration in the National Library is only for proof. Let me be clear about this. Registration in the National Library is not there to get any rights, to obtain any rights. It's just there for evidentiary purposes. In case you have to go to court, you will be able to show that, yes, it's mine. It's registered under my name. I registered it on this date, which came before the time that you created your thing, which you copied from me. That's what registration is for. It's only for matters of evidence. However, if you don't have registration, you can always have other evidence other than registration. It's not there to take a right to have a right. No, these things are automatic as soon as you create the work.
Okay, no? So, yan yung video. So, it's all about yung intellectual property rights. Okay? So, sinabi, no, dun sa video na anything, no, that you are the rightful owner, okay, dapat naka-register yun siya sa National Library, no? In order for it to have a record that you are the rightful owner on that creation, no, you have done. Okay? So, ito yung mga intellectual code of the Philippines, no? Literary works. So, ito yung mga sulat, no? Books. Okay? So, during the lifetime of the author, plus 50 years after death. Okay, next, no? Art, 25 years from the date of creation. Then, photographic work, 50 years from publication. Audiovisual, same, no? 50 years from publication. Sound recording, 50 years from year recording took place. Then broadcasting, 20 years from date of broadcast. Okay. Trademark, valid for 10 years and may be renewed for a period of 10 years. Then invention, patent, valid for 20 years from filing date application. Okay? So yun yung mga intellectual code, no? Under the intellectual code of the Philippines. So yun yung mga validity period. Okay? No? So ito yung cartoon analysis. Okay? So here's my new invention. Then sabi ng isa, oh, it looks like mine. Okay? So it means siya yung original na gumawa. Then pirate na yung iba. No? Next is patent. So that is the symbol of patent. Okay? So an exclusive right granted for an invention. Provides the patent owner with the right to decide how or whether the invention can be used by others. Okay? So, example, no? Para maintindihan natin. So, based on the design. So, common yung isang design dyan na bottle, no? So, unang kita mo pa lang, you can say that is a Coke bottle. Kasi mayroon siyang own patent. So it means hindi yan pwedeng gayahin ng kahit na ano pang soft drinks na mga company, no? Kasi yan yung patent nila, no? So another, no? So yung design ng chair, motorcycle design, no? So anything, no? Na yung ginagamit, no? Natin ngayon, may example kung watch. Okay? So, it has its own patent. So, hindi pwede na mag-reproduce sila ng maraming design that can be used by other people without registering its patent design. No? Kasi illegal yun. Okay? So, anything, no? Na mayroon kang own invention mo, dapat naka-patent yun, no? In order for it to be reproduced. Okay? So ito, another one example, yung gravity-defying lean of Michael Jackson. So yung secret dyan is on the shoe mismo ni Michael Jackson, no? So siya mismo yung nag-design dyan. So ginawa niya ng patent. So yan yung design, no? So na-crack natin bakit mayroon siyang lean-defying gravity due to that design of the shoe mismo ni Michael Jackson. So yan yung property niya. So iniwan niya ng patent, no? In order for it to use, na sa kanya talaga galing yung design. Okay? Next is we have the trademark. So yan yung TM, no? TM or R, diba? Kung makikita nyo some other brand, nilagay yung brand, example Nike, then sa taas mayroon siyang R or TM, so that is registered trademark. Okay, so a sign capable of distinguishing the goods or service of one enterprise from those of other enterprises. Okay, so it's all about good of service, no? Clothing, food, no? Yan example natin, McDo. So mayroon talaga yung TM trademark. So it means, no, they have a good service as well as yung sa Starbucks coffee. Okay? Another one, trademark infringement, no? So explain natin. So kung mayroon isang trademark ng isang company is like this one, the North Face. Then meron isang gumawa, binaliktad lang, no? Kinuha ng isang curve dyan. Okay? As well yung sa Starbucks, Starbong, no, coffee. So that is a trademark infringement. Trademark infringement, no? Mars sues Hershey for trademark infringement over Maltester brand. Okay? So, yan yung example, no? Malalaking company na yan. Pero, they file a case, no? Due to the trademark infringement. Now, kung titignan mo, hindi naman sila masyadong kalayuan, but the idea or concept of the product is nandyan. Okay? Let's proceed, no? Industrial design. So, constitute the ornamental aesthetic aspect of an article. It may consist of three-dimensional features such as shape, surface of an article, or two or dimensional features such as pattern, lines, or color. Industrial design. So, yan yung example. No? Bag. So, makikita mo, no? Yung mga curves line, no? That is an industrial design. As well as yung sa helmet. No? Ngayon, usong-uso yung mga pagbabike, no? So, must wear, no? Helmet for protection. Then, each helmet, mayroon siyang own industrial design. No? So, yan yung sample. Okay? Another one, yung speaker. No? Nakikita nyo man dyan. It has its own design. Okay? No? So, design infringement. Common ito. No? Yung Crocs, mahal yung Crocs, no? Original Crocs. Pero, pinapirate. Okay? Example, this one, no? Crocs authentic. Then, Skechers authorized imitation, no? So, na-emit siya ng Skechers, in which di pwede, no? Kasi original design yun siya ng Crocs. Okay? So, patent or industrial? Kasi nakakalito, di ba? Okay? So, tignan natin. Itong example. Samsung smartphone before iPhone. So, makikita mo yung itsura. No? Then, Apple's iPhone and 2007. And then, after that, Samsung smartphone after iPhone. So, makikita mo, parang kinopya na yung design nila. No? Okay? So, ano yung difference, no, between that patent and industrial design? Okay? So, in the industrial design, kalimitan is ginagamit, example, yung helmet, no, in our headset, no, shoes, no. So, those are some example bag. Okay? On the patent naman, no, patent is yan, no? Yan yung mga example nila. Okay? So, let us proceed. Okay, number 5, no? Indication or application of origin. So, signs used on goods that have a specific geographical origin and possess qualities and reputation or characteristics that are essentially attributable to the place of origin. Most commonly includes the name, place of origin of goods. Okay? So, example nito, Baguio's Best, no? Sikat talaga sila dyan. No? Kapag makikita ka na ganyang product, it means galing yan ng Baguio City. No? So, strawberry jam. Yan yung sa geographical, no, origin. Dried mango. No? Nakahika pa lang yung word na dried mango, automatically originate niya ng Cebu. Okay? So, meron yung mga origin, no? Example, no? Sa Kidapawan. Pero nawala na yun, no? Muna kasi kapag sinabi mong yellow tie, no? Pizza yan. Nag-originate dun sa Kidapawan. No? Dito naman sa Digos City, pag sinabi mong Jopoys, nasa Digos talaga yan. No? So yan yung mga example ng geographical indication ng mga origin ng product. Okay? So let's watch this video about copyright and fair use animation.
In today's digital world, it's easier than ever to copy, paste, mashup, remix, download, and publish content. People's writing, artwork, videos, and images can be inspiring, but they're also easy to take without thinking twice. When people treat the internet like a free-for-all, legal and ethical situations can arise. That's why it's important to know about copyright and fair use. It would help you give and receive credit where credit is due. So what's a copyright? Copyright law protects your control over the creative work you make. It requires people to get your permission before they copy, rework, or share what you make. Most things that you find, download, and copy and paste from the internet are copyrighted. That doesn't mean that everything online is on lockdown and can't be used. It can, as long as you check who owns it, get permission to use it, give credit to the creator, buy it if necessary, and use it responsibly, then you're not stealing. Now, there are times when you can use a small part of someone else's copyrighted work without permission or paying a fee. This is called fair use. Fair use only applies when using content in certain instances: schoolwork and education, news reporting, criticizing or commenting, and comedy or parody. Specific guidelines, what we call the 4 points of fair use, must also be followed. First, you can only use a small amount of the work. Second, you have to add new meaning to the work to make it original. Third, you need to rework it and use it in a totally different way. Finally, you have to use it for nonprofit purposes. In other words, you can't make money off of your new creation. No matter what, it's a good idea to give credit to the creator of the work you use. It's just a sign of respect. So what should you do if you find something online that you want to use? As a rule of thumb, check who owns it, get permission to use it, give credit to the creator, buy it if necessary, and use it responsibly, which means judging for fair use. You're a creator, innovator, and inspirer. Think twice about your rights and responsibilities in our online culture, and then pay it forward.
So that's all about fair use. Okay, so pwede naman tayo mag-copy and paste, but make sure that you give credit to the owner. So as what you have seen on the video, importante talaga yon. Okay, so ano itong fair use? Yun yung symbol niya. So fair use means you can use copyrighted materials without a license only for a certain purpose. So this includes commentary, criticism, reporting, research, and teaching. Okay? So guidelines for fair use. A majority of the content you create must be your own. So hindi lahat copy and paste. Okay? Then give credit to the copyright holder, then don't make money of the copyright work. Okay? Example, pinagawa kayo ng assignment. Common ito example. A teacher given us an assignment. So yung ginawa mo, example, nagpa-research si teacher. Ang ginawa mo is Control A, then Control C, and Control V. So that is a literal meaning of that copy and paste. So pag print, pagbasa is nandun pa talaga yung mga link, hindi siya na-edit. Then 100% of the content is hindi galing sa'yo. On the article you have copied. Okay, so that is not fair use. Okay, so when you say fair use, majority of the content must be your own. Then you must know how to give credit to the rightful holder. Okay, now so let's talk about Creative Commons. So makikita rin natin ito na symbol. Dalawang C. So, is an American non-profit organization devoted to expanding the range of creative works available for others to build upon legally and to share. The organization has released several copyright licenses known as Creative Commons, licenses free of charge to the public. So, ano itong Creative Commons? So, right to attribution. So, attribution, you give credit to the creator. Okay? It is non-commercial. No? So, hindi pwede na magkaroon ka ng profit, no, on that article. Next is no derivative works. You can't change the content. Then, share alike. You can change the content, but you have to let others, people, use your new work with the same license as the original. So, yan yung Creative Commons. Okay? So, ito. So, traditional copyright, yan yung C. No? Then, Creative Commons. Then, we have this one, public domain. Okay? So, differentiate natin. So, when we say copyright, work cannot be used, adapted, copied, or published without the creator's permission. What does it apply to? All original work is protected under the copyright when it is created. So when we say Creative Commons naman, work may be used without permission but only under certain circumstances. So creators set rules for the way their work is used. Diyan yung mga symbol kanina, di ba? Attribution, profit, share alike, as is yung content. Okay? What does it apply to? Only work that creators have chosen to designate as Creative Commons. So, na-differentiate natin yung dalawa, di ba? Next is public domain. Work can be used, adapted, copied, and published completely without restriction, no permission needed. So, what does it apply to? Work published prior to 1923, work by long dead creators, and work that creators have replaced on the public domain. So, yan yung kaibahan nila. So, no need for further explanation na makikita naman dyan. Okay? So, let's watch this one. It's about the Pinoy inventor.
Marami pong mahuhusay na Pilipinong inventor. Marami sa kanila nakikilala pa sa ibang bansa. Yun nga lang, kulang ang nakukuha nilang suporta mula sa ating gobyerno. Para matulungan ang mga kapwa-inventor, meron pong nagtayo ng tinatawag na Inventrepreneur Co-op. Alamin yan sa Bandila Extra, Pinoy Inventrepreneur. 4 na taong gulang pa lang si Angelo Casimiro. Mahilig na siyang magbutingting. Ngayon, sa edad na 16, nakaimbento na siya ng electricity generating footwear. Sa bawat pag-apak, may kuryenteng nakukuha. Isang imbensyon na kinilala sa Google Science Fair Philippines.
Yung generator, pinapasok po sa pagitan ng insole. Ito po. Tapos, yung power bank nasa labas po. So, bawat tapak nyo po, maglalabas po siyang kuryente tapos i-charge nyo po yung power bank. So, yung power bank, pwede naman pong mag-charge ng smart device.
Nasa puso ni Angelo ang gumawa ng mga imbensyon na makakatulong sa bansa. Pero sa ngayon, patuloy pa rin niya itong ini-improve. Si Popoy Pagayo naman, isang inventrepreneur. Ambi-chair school desk na pwedeng pangkanan at kaliwete. Paputok na parang sinturon ni Judas pero ligtas. Magaling ang mga inventor na Pinoy, pero kulang ang suporta ng gobyerno. Kaya't ibinuo ang Inventrepreneur Co-op. Ito'y para tulungan ang mga inventor na mapakilala ang kanilang produkto at kumita ng pera.
Ito na yung pagkakataon natin mga inventor. Ilagay nyo ang inyong mga produkto rito for showcase and business center.
Pinapautang nyo ba? Paano?
Nag-chip in kami ng mga direktor ko para kung may kailangan inventor, alika, punta ka rito. O sige, patent namin yan, lagay natin ang production yan, tapos kami na rin ang bahala mag-market.
At isa sa mga innovation ni Popoy na bumubuhay sa kanyang pamilya ay ang Probaton o batutang may hawakan.
Then,
Ang malungkot kasi, ang tatalino ng mga inventor, pero marami sa kanila mahirap pa sa daga.
Pero kung isang entrepreneur ka nga, inventor-entrepreneur ka, makikita mo anong potensyal sa market na yung invention.
Naisip ni Popoy na magtayo ng co-op nang bigyan siya ng pagkakataon ng DTI.
Binigyan ako ng pagkakataon ng DTI na paggamit sa amin yung ground floor nila for 1 month, libre. Nagkaroon ng showcase.
Sabi naman ng Technology Application and Promotion Institute o TAPI, may suporta naman mula sa pamahalaan, lalo na sa patenting.
In TAPI, we are the one who fund and provide for the fee. So, ang gagawin lang nila, submit sa amin yung mga requirements.
Pero aminado ang TAPI na ayon sa RA 7459, bitin ang 6 na milyong piso na nakalaan para sa mga inventor. Kagaya ng batang si Angelo, pati ang mga katulad ni Popoy, lahat ng invention at innovation, inaalay nila sa bansa. Yung solar street light na ito, gaano katagal po ang ano niya? Ang power?
10 to 12 hours yan.
10 to 12 hours.
Merong controller yan na meron tayong pagdating ng dilim, iilaw siya. Automatic.
Oo, automatic.
Pagdating naman ng liwanag, automatic mama.
Ganito siya. So, imbis na ibilad ang palay sa kalye,
Pwede mong ibilad kahit sa tabi
ngayon
ng
dito
bahay
na.
mo. Okay?
so ang invention dito ay
Ito po.
technically ito.
Aluminum tray.
Aluminum tray.
Pagka tinamaan ng araw dito sa gilid, buong mainit na mainit talaga yan. No?
Oo.
So, yung palay natin, mabilis nang natutuyo.
Para naman sa batang inventor na si Angelo, kahit Google ang unang nakapansin sa kanyang imbensyon, hindi niya ito ibebenta sa ibang bansa.
Hindi po ako lalabas ng Pilipinas. Tapos gagawin ko po lahat sa pangalan ng ating bansa po.
Okay, no? So, yung sa video, no? All of those are Pinoy inventors. Okay? So, makikita nyo naman kung gaano katatalino, di ba? So, they have their own original invention that can be used, no? On the society. Okay? So, I hope, no? Meron kayong natutunan in our lesson, no? About intellectual property. Okay? So, our activity, no, is done online, no? Kasi hindi naman lahat is naka-connect sa internet ngayon, no? Maraming absent. So, that's why I will give, no, yung link kung saan kayo mag-answer ng activity natin in our group chat. Okay? And after that, no, mag-send din ako ng link kung saan ninyo siya ipapasa online. Okay? So, make sure, no, yung classmate niyo, yung wala is na-inform, no, on our activity. Okay, so that's the end of our topic. No? So keep safe everyone and goodbye.